Hello everyone, I'm Steve from UCAN English Tutoring. In this video, I have requested Subha, one of my students who recently achieved her desired scores. She required only 350 in 3 sections and 300 in writing in order to apply for the visa to UK or Ireland. But she has got really good scores. She scored B grade across the board. She has got 370 in listening, 380 in reading, 360 in speaking, and 350 in writing. She appeared in the test on the 20th of November, and she has received the results about a couple of weeks ago. First of all, I would like to congratulate you, Subha. It has been a great achievement, and wish you congratulations. Yeah, I hope you will be able to receive your visa as soon as possible.
Thank you.
Yeah, so first of all, I just would like to ask you how you have got my contact details, how your OET journey has started.
Actually, my friend Anita referred you to me to join in OET course. So we were trying to move from Saudi Arabia. So it was her idea to join OET class.
Okay, good. Did you check with any other institutions? Did you watch my YouTube videos before you contacted me?
Yes, sir. I watched your YouTube videos and it was inspiring. So
thank you.
I contacted you.
Okay, I can still remember that I assessed one of your letters, in the beginning, isn't it?
I think so, but I'm not sure now.
All right, that's okay. And okay, let's go from the preparation. So once you contacted me and once you started the course, how did you find the course from me?
It was easy for me. And it was encouraging. Your speech was encouraging, so thank you.
Oh, yeah, I'm very happy. Okay, were you able to follow the strategies for each subtest?
Yeah, sir, it was easy with your syllabus. It was good, and I really had difficulties with my duty, and I tried to attend it during my vacation, but it was not possible for me. But still, my friends encouraged me to attend the class, so I did so.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And was this your first attempt, Subha?
Yes, sir, this is my first attempt.
Wow, that is amazing. So achieving B grade in the first attempt itself is outstanding. And I'm speechless, after looking at your scores. And I'm very happy, to see that you have struggled a lot, but finally at the end of the day you have got rewards for your hard work, isn't it? Achieving 350 in writing is not that easy, but you have made it. Okay, so how did you go ahead with the writing, and what did you do, in order to improve your communication skills in writing?
Actually, I studied in metrics, sir. So, and still, but it was difficult for me. But your corrections was helping me a lot in writing.
Okay, so do you remember what score I have given you for your letters in the beginning? Was it like 250, 260? Was it somewhere around that?
Yeah, it was around 300, 310, and in between I got 290 in one of the letter. So yeah, I felt better with your corrections, sir.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so so I assessed your letters word by word, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay. How do you remember how many letters did you receive corrections from me?
I maybe around 10 to 15 letters, sir.
Oh, okay, that's good. 10 to 15 letters. All right. And what was the highest score you have received from me in your letter? Did you receive? Yeah. I mean, 350 at least once or twice.
And I think once I got 340 or something.
Yeah. Okay.
At 350, I was unable to achieve that.
Yeah. Okay. And I think you were scoring, quite comfortably between 330 and 340. I think a few times. Am I right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so if you get 330 or 340 from me, okay, you may have a chance of getting 350 in the real OET exam as well, because my assessment is going to be so strict. Sometimes you may be disappointed, isn't it? After looking at the letter, you might have been thinking that you have done a very good job, with the letter, and then once you share it
Yeah.
with me, you might have received, feedback with a
Yeah.
lot of
Made
mistakes, isn't
correction.
it? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So how did you tackle those kinds of things? When you get the feedback, with lots of mistakes, okay, how did you overcome that,
Yeah,
situation?
as you have insisted to write down the corrections and
Mm,
then to not to repeat that in the next letter.
mm,
So I followed that. It was
mm.
greatly helpful.
Yeah, okay. That is one of the major things, whoever would like to achieve, 350 or even 400 plus, it is really important that they understand the mistakes and they try to rectify the mistakes, slowly, one by one. They don't need to, show 100% perfection right in the next letter itself, but as long as they can decrease the frequency of the mistakes, that should be perfect. All right. Okay, good. I'm very happy with that. I'm very happy with that. Okay, where my sessions on writing, particularly analyzing the case notes and identifying the relevant and irrelevant case notes, were helpful to you?
Yes, sir. It was really helpful for me to
Mm,
yani, to select
mm,
the relevant case notes from your
mm,
teaching. Your
mm.
teaching strategies was greatly helpful.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, Subha. And, when you have gone through the examination, particularly in the writing subtask, how much time did you spend on your letter in order to plan? Did you use the planning, preparation,
Yes,
as well as writing and then proofreading? Were you able to follow all
yes,
the
yes.
strategies and steps?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. They did not allow us to even underline the important points during the reading session for 5 minutes.
Okay, yep.
So we followed all those strategies you taught us.
Mm.
And the proofreading, for the proofreading, the time was okay. It was adequate.
It was adequate. Okay, great. All right, I'm very happy. So, because proofreading cannot be underestimated. We should always spend at least some time to proofread the letter, because we are human beings, right? We do commit some mistakes, when we write, isn't it? So, it's highly recommended to spend at least a couple of minutes in order to proofread what you have written on. I'm very happy that you have come up with the flying colors. These scores are amazing, especially in the first attempt. My God, it's really, really good. All right. And how did you go with the speaking?
Speaking, we practiced. We friends. We were trying to write exam on the same day, and so we practiced within ourselves. And you have given corrections, so it was helpful with the background noise and all.
Mm,
I really practiced that to avoid
mm.
this background noise, and it was
Sounds good.
helpful, sir.
Sounds good. Sounds good. And I have given you consistently 350, isn't it? I think in a few
Yes,
role play
sir.
conversations, right? And I was
Right.
amazed at your speaking skills as well. And even I have uploaded, a couple of your YouTube videos, for the members only. And yeah, I have been consistently telling everyone to get 350 from me for their both speaking as well as writing subtest, because if they receive 350 from me, for sure they are going to get their desired scores in the real OET exam. And once you get the results, I think it was not 350 in the beginning, isn't it? Did you apply for remarking to get 360?
Yes, sir. It was 340 in the beginning, and I applied for remarking, so it's 360 after that.
That's good. Yes. So if I give you 350 consistently, it means your success is guaranteed. Okay, it is 100% guaranteed. All right. You need to get 350 from me consistently, or whatever the score you're aiming at. Try to get more than that, and that's what Subha has done. Okay, it's really amazing, and I'm very happy to see that you have achieved your desired score, Subha. You're just like my sister. So I feel very happy to see such a such a tremendous score in your examination. Okay, so one of the problems many students face is in relation to the reading subtest, but you have scored really very well in reading. You got 380 out of 500, which is definitely far better than the usual scores, okay, people are getting. So this means you have got almost 33 out of 42 questions correctly. How did that happen?
And I found really difficult with the time management in the exam also. I have been practicing with 14 minutes for part A and 38 to 42 minutes for reading sessions. So it helped me a lot, and by the grace of God, I got good scores. And
Okay.
your reading session was really helpful.
All right, I'm happy. And you said that you were able to. So, how much time did you take to complete part A of the real OET reading subtest?
I took around 13 to 14 minutes. I got
Wow.
1 minute. Yeah.
A spare time. Okay. Wow, that's
Yeah,
amazing.
to check the answers.
Yeah, I will tell you, more than 90% of the students who are going to sit the test complain of the time management. They will always say they are running out of time and they have left some questions unanswered, or they didn't have time, they have just guessed somewhere and so on. But if you have got 1 minute additionally, which was really, really amazing. Okay. And I hope, my strategies, all the, generic reading time management strategies, as well as the strategies for each question type have been helpful to you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So how much were you scoring in your practice reading tests before you
I
appear in
was
the exam?
scoring around 30 to 32, sir, usually.
Yeah, around 32. Okay. And you got almost the same thing, right?
Yeah.
What is your feedback about my reading practice materials? Were they good enough?
Yes, sir. It was really good. Practicing those practice materials was really helpful, sir.
Okay. Were they harder? Were they harder than
No,
the
no.
real OET reading subtest questions, or were they
A
okay?
few was harder, and
Mm.
it was easy also. Some few was easy. I don't. It's really exactly uh, near to mostly the same as OET exam
Oh,
question
very good.
paper.
Very good, very good. And that's the reason, I try to keep the difficulty level in line with the OET examination. I try to ensure that all the assessment criteria, for the reading are included. For example, the way they design the question paper, I would like to think from their point of view, and then I prepare the question paper, with lots of paraphrasing, rephrasing, asking for the opinion, try to find out the explanations and things like that. And yeah, I'm pretty happy that you have been able to find out the real OET exam easier. Okay.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
Yep. And you have scored a 370 in listening as well. That's amazing. That's a good score. So all your scores are really amazing. I'm very happy with that. But in listening, what kinds of difficulties did you face during your practice tests?
And part C was difficult for me.
Okay.
So I was keep on practicing that one. So and the real exam also part C was very difficult because
Okay.
the conversation was with the same sound, the same voice was talking totally. So it was really hard to follow.
Okay. Okay. So
So
was it
better to,
only the lecture? Or was it only one person involved in the audio?
yeah, one person lecture.
Ah,
It was
it was not an interview
yeah.
then. Okay.
No, no, it was not a conversation between two people, so it was hard. So better to practice those sessions which you feel difficult
Okay, sounds good.
repeatedly, so it will be useful.
Perfect. So during your practice tests, how much did you get in your listening section?
Listening was around 30, 31, sir, usually.
30, 31. Okay. That's all right. Okay. And how my strategies have helped, to pass the listening subtest?
Yeah, you teached a lot regarding this listening subtest and the strategies to avoid the unnecessary topics and the I don't want to go in detail.
Yeah.
Because yeah, it will be better for people to join and listen the class. So it was really helpful, sir.
Yeah. And I know that, you have been working for 12 hours, isn't it? And that you didn't
Yes,
have
sir.
literally no time. Okay. For the people, who are listening to your video should understand that it is only the attitude. Okay. So if you feel like, you would like to get that done, if you wish to pass, this OET or IELTS or PT examination, it's all about your determination. It's all about your focus. It's all about your sacrifice, isn't it? So there are so many people, who are unable to pass their OET examination. But if you have the determination, if you feel like, you would like to pass this and at any cost, I'm ready to put all the efforts, if you feel so, you should be able to pass, isn't it? So you
Yes,
can
sir.
make it, Yeah, go on.
Yeah, really. It's in the mind. You have to believe that you will win in this exam. So you have to have that confidence.
Exactly. And I hope my course and strategies, have helped you to, gain the confidence levels.
Yes, sir. It was really helpful. The syllabus and the teaching and the practicing materials you have sent. So it was helpful.
Yep. Thank you so much. And I remember that I have also arranged some session in Tamil as well, isn't it? Were they helpful to you, particularly for
Yes,
part
sir.
C of the listening and reading?
Yeah. It was really helpful to understand the OET exam in our own mother language. So it's really an extra effort from you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. See, I always try to help everyone by going the extra mile, because I would like to ensure that you receive a service which is definitely worth for what you paid. Okay. So I would like to help everyone to pass their examination. And Subha, what is your advice to the people, who are sitting the test again and again, feeling that, they will be able to get another 10 marks to pass their examination in the next attempt? What do you think, without getting good coaching?
It's really a great effort from them to sit repeatedly for the
Mm,
exams
mm,
without losing their confidence. It's
mm.
really a great effort, sir, because some people they don't try second or third time, but that's really a good effort. But I think a good coaching will be helpful for them to achieve better scores.
In the first
So
attempt itself, isn't it? Like just like you,
yeah, first attempt
just like
itself.
just like what you did. And people are not realizing the efforts, the coaching or the courses that I'm going to offer. But the thing is that people are. I'm not blaming on everyone, but I would like to. It is my humble request to everyone to get a good quality course and then gain good confidence levels when they do the practice test. It is really critical that you score close to 35 out of 42 in reading and listening subtests. You can't just get only 30 out of 42 and you can be happy. No, you should not be. All right. It is good to go beyond the expected scores. All right. If you get, let's say, 35 out of 42, then it's good. Or 34 out of 42, it's much better, isn't it? If you score only 30, I mean, you are just in the border. You have just passed. That's it. It doesn't mean that, in the real examination, you're going to pass the same way. It's not the case, because sometimes, the examination is going to be a bit harder, isn't it? The questions are going to be a bit harder. And the other thing is that if you're not prepared your mind enough, you may be under more stress in the examination hall as well, isn't it? So all these things actually can have a negative impact on your score, which means you need to be very careful. You have to prepare your mind as well as body in order to tackle this competitive examination. You need to pass. You need to have a good goal in your mind, and then you have to work harder in order to achieve your desired scores. And okay, so let me ask you a few more questions. How many reading and listening practice tests did you do on a daily basis?
They, I have practiced daily at least one listening and one reading, sir.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
so and the last few days only we were practicing the speaking sessions.
Okay.
So and my friends encouraged me well, so we were having mock test within ourselves.
Okay.
So we practiced mock test as well in our
Wow.
off days. So
Yeah,
it
that's
was
good.
helpful.
That's good. But working in the night shifts and afternoon shifts and then other morning shifts, and then spending time for the practice has been a real challenge, isn't it? How did you overcome this, Subha? Do you have any advice to the people who are going through similar phase?
Yeah, I had 12-hour shift, so it was
Mm,
difficult for me to attend the class, and trying to practice during shift was really a great difficulty. So I have been practicing during my off days. So I will compensate the time I have not been working on this OET on my off days. So it was helpful.
Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. So did you make any, timetable in order to, have these practice tests covered during the day off?
Yes, sir. I had timetable for reading and listening sessions. I would like I would like to practice that way usually. So I was having that. It was better for me to do so.
Sounds good. Yeah, I'm very happy, Subha, for your desired scores. All right, I would like to give opportunity to a couple of students who have just joined to ask you some questions. Lakshmi, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Would you like to congratulate her and ask any questions?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Morning, Subha.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Lakshmi.
Congrats for your first attempt on leave pass.
Thank you. Thank you. You can achieve it also. Don't worry.
I already 2 times.
Yeah, she appeared
It's
two
okay.
times. Mm.
Yes,
Uh,
but I didn't.
you're
But I didn't got nice coaching this time. I will be sure I will get.
yeah, sure. Yeah, your hard
But
work will
coaching
give
also
you good
very
scores.
nice.
Yeah, definitely.
Then sir also teaching very nicely. Before I
Yeah.
three institute I took coaching, but they didn't give anything. But I paid a lot of money to that
Oh,
institute.
okay. It's good. You are still trying. That's a great effort, really.
Now I got nice sir. Maybe this time I will get.
Yeah, sure, Lakshmi. See, I'm
Sure.
trying to help everyone as much as I can. And, if you are unable to score well in your first attempt, please try to review what happened, during the exam. Okay. And then was the coaching adequate enough? Okay. Adequate to achieve your desired scores or not? It is definitely important to review the coaching, review the course that you have received. All right. If it was adequate, but if you didn't practice, okay, if it was your fault, then it's okay to continue with the same institution. Otherwise, it is my humble request to get a good quality course and then pass in one attempt itself. See, there were so many students like Adira also has passed in her first attempt itself after receiving the course from me. So it is very important because you are going to pay approximately 600 Australian dollars, isn't it, for every time you book an exam. And then you have to pay for the coaching as well, plus you have to pay for the travel and accommodation if you are living in a different city. Okay. Yeah, so there are lots of things that are involved, and it's not only that, it also collapses your confidence levels as well if you don't pass, isn't it? If you get very poor scores, it will definitely damage your confidence levels, and people are not realizing this. People unfortunately are not giving enough importance on getting a good quality course. Even if it is a bit expensive, it's good to get the desired scores after receiving a high quality course in one attempt itself, because that is very, very important. See, if you don't pass in one attempt itself, I'm not demotivating, but it's going to reduce your confidence levels. So people may give up the examination as well, but you should not. See, this is your target and you have to achieve it. So if you stop appearing in the examination, that's when we call a failure. Okay, if you keep on attempting, that's really good, but try to have good guidance and the assessment from a qualified trainer. This is more important than just a course. You need to have a trainer who can encourage you throughout your
Really,
journey.
sir, really.
Yeah, it's very important. See, that's the reason I keep on offering more and more sessions on the hardest areas, such as part C and part C of the reading and part C of the listening. All right. I also would like to, pay full attention to the individuals' weak areas as well. Some people have problems with the part A of the listening. So I try to provide more and more strategies as well. So it's very important that you get these kinds of strategies. There are many people who have myths that there are no strategies for listening and reading. It is not the case. Listening and reading subtests do have their proven step-by-step strategies. And if a training institution or a trainer says that there are no strategies, then they are wrong. Okay, is that clear with
They
everyone?
didn't give any strategies to learn. They only given material to learn it, and they didn't ask it again.
And that's not good. That's not good. See, you need to share the knowledge with them. You need to have the strategies first. Okay, it's very important that you learn the strategies and then you apply them so that you can see the difference in your score. All right, it's if you pass under my assessment, okay, if you get really good scores in my reading and listening practice materials, you will surely pass your listening, reading, speaking, and writing subtests. And I can sense that some people are really afraid of sending their letters and role plays to me for corrections. But the thing is that if I give you the feedback, okay, it's going to be very accurate. All right, if you get really good scores from me, all right, you will be able to pass the OET exam. I'm definitely able to help everyone to achieve their desired scores. All right, do you want to ask any other questions, Lakshmi?
Time management. I'm doing duty low. How she manage?
What was the question, sir? It's not clear from
Duty. How will you manage your timings? Study
time
time.
management.
Yes.
Yeah, it's better for you to practice with for part A for 13 to 14 minutes and part B and C around 42 minutes. So it will be easy for you to do in the exams.
Yeah, you need to set up the alarms, rather than setting up the alarms for 15 minutes for part A, you can set up only for 13 minutes or 12 minutes and so on.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, if you have, kids, or if you have many other activities
Sir, that
you cannot do.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. So if you have kids, if you don't have, enough time to do that, you need to steal time. For example, when your kids are sleeping, you can take maybe only part A reading. Do you know what I mean? You don't need to take the full reading test. That is absolutely fine. On one day, you can take maybe part A reading. And then on the next day, you can take only part B reading whenever they are sleeping. Okay. Maybe at night, you can wake up a bit early in the morning as well. I know it's pretty hard, but Lakshmi, if you are able to sacrifice your life, for some time, maybe for 1 month or 2 months, until you gain the scores, it will be rewarded. Do you know what I mean? All your hard work is going to be rewarded. See, you can get really good scores, that can help you to immigrate to UK, Australia, New Zealand, or Ireland. Yes, of course, anyone can achieve. I have had one of my students who has got 3 children. She needs to look after all these 3 children. Okay, one was 11-month-old baby, and the other one was, I think, a 2-year-old baby or 3-year-old baby, and the elderly one was the school-going child. So she was able to manage all these things. She has to, drop the kids at school. The one kid at school and the other at the child care center, and then she always has one kid with her. But she was able to pass with the 350 in her first attempt itself. Do you know what I mean? So it's all about the determination. See, I have set up this goal and I will be able to definitely achieve it. And I need to find out the time. So how can I steal time? Where can I save time? Okay. Sometimes I think she told me, sometimes she was able to cook only once in 2 days or so on. Do you know what I mean? Apart from the children, for other people, she cooked only once in 2 days or so on. I know it's pretty difficult. She has kept all the food in the freezer. So it's pretty hard. I know that it's pretty hard, but it is going to be only for the temporary, time. So it's going to be a temporary, sacrifice. All right. But once you gain your desired scores, you can eat whatever you want. You can cook every time. Subha is free from headache. she's completely free from headache now because she doesn't need to. She can sleep really very well. Isn't it, Subha?
Yeah.
You can eat whatever you want. You can cook every day. That's no issue. You can sleep as well. There's no issue at all. After work. But yeah. Anyway, do you have any other questions? So you don't have anything, Lakshmi? Or sorry, Lakshmi, do you have any other questions? Okay. Anju, how are you doing, Anju? Would you like to ask any questions to Subha?
No, sir.
Okay, so that's all right. Anyway, Subha, I wish you good luck, with your registration process and visa procedure. All right. I would like you to come to Australia, although it takes, some time to process. It is definitely worth investing. But in the beginning, if you feel you want to go to abroad, you can choose UK, because the processing time is faster. Once you go to UK, you can come to Australia. Okay, you can keep Australia as your final destination. All right, and UK is also equally good. However, the salary package in Australia is going to be almost twice as that of the one in UK. All right. And also the work-life balance is somewhat much better here in Australia as well. So you can go there if you really like, your life there in UK. That is fine. You can settle down there itself. Otherwise, you can come to Australia. You're always welcome.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I would like to thank God really for my success, and I would like to thank you for your teaching and the extra effort from you, sir.
Definitely, Subha. I wish you good luck, and I'll try to introduce, some of my previous students, who are now residing in UK. I'll also share with you some of the contacts, who can help you to establish your journey in UK.
Okay, so thank you very much.
All right. Thank you so much, Subha. Take care. Bye-bye.
Okay.